Hello and welcome. I'm Brett Connor.
And I'm Royce Connor. And this is
The Best We Can Do.
Here's the best we can do on today's episode. We're having the Mimosa Monologues
Mimosas!
today, everybody.
Both of us.
So here's how this went down. My husband and I have had this bottle of substandard champagne sitting in our fridge for 6 months.
The only booze they've ever kept untouched for that long.
It's his fault because I keep wanting to have mimosas. And he's like, no, I don't want to. No, I don't want to. But then today is a beautiful Sunday here in the Bay Area. The sun is out. It's a gorgeous day. And we decided rather than spending the gorgeous day outside with our families, how about we just come and record instead? And I can pop open the bottle of champagne. You can bring over some orange juice, Brett, and we can have mimosas and record. So that's what we're doing today. So we are already well into this bottle of champagne.
We've had one mimosa each.
Well into the bottle.
Yeah, one. And we're not going to actually, as far as I can tell, we won't finish the bottle.
We are finishing the bottle.
You can do whatever you want. I'm a two mimosa kind of guy.
Mm-hmm. But we decided what we would do now that we're already in mimosa land. We grabbed a piece of paper, we ripped it into a few pieces, and on each piece we wrote a little topic that the other one has not seen. So now that we've been boozed up a little bit and we have new pours of mimosa right next to us right now, we are going to, one at a time, pick one of these pieces of paper, read whatever is on it, and we'll monologue about it for your amusement and mockery.
Probably shock. I think shock.
Shock and mockery is what we go for here.
And no small amount of disappointment, let's be honest.
Oh,
so we have no idea what's on these papers. We don't even know if the general themes we've picked are the same. Who cares? We don't know. All we know is we got 3 pieces of paper each to go through, 1 glass of mimosa, and we are about to rock, paper, scissors to see who goes first.
Okay, I think we should rock, paper, scissors, and whoever wins gets to decide whether they read first or the other one reads first. All right, we're going. Ready?
Okay, yeah.
Rock, paper, scissors, whatever.
Oh, we both did scissors. We both did scissors, twins.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Oh.
Ooh, I have scissors, you have paper. Royce wins.
Royce wins.
All right, so I believe that means, okay, if I go first, I get to finish first. So I'm going to pick a piece of paper first. I'm picking one of Brett's pieces of paper. I don't know what it says. He knows what it says. I'm picking up this one, and it says...
Oh, we got the tension.
Describe your least favorite person at the airport. So one thing you need to know about me is I hate airports. I'm terrified of flying, and I get very anxious around airports. So I don't actually want to see... My least favorite person at the airport is probably me. But the second least favorite person...
I think that's your husband's least favorite person at the airport.
No, yes, for sure. I'm no fun at the airport. No one likes to be around me. But the person I least like... Here's something I love to do. So I get to the airport very early because I get very anxious about it, but I usually have lots of time to kill. And one of the things I like to do is I find someone who's clearly late for their flight, and they are running. They are going at full speed, dragging a child or a suitcase or a child in a suitcase behind them. And I love following that person to see if they fail or succeed. And I'd say my least favorite person is the person running so fast, I can't keep up with them.
Are you telling me that this is entertainment for you? Basically the suffering of others.
I love the suffering of others, yes.
That is terrible, Royce.
It's so much fun, but when they're going too fast or I lose them in a crowd, I get very upset.
That's shame on you. That's all I have to say is shame on you.
You say that now.
You're what's wrong with America. You are what is wrong with America.
America is what's wrong with America.
Ugh.
But the next time you're at an airport and you see this person running full speed, carrying way too many kids, she should have had fewer, trying to get to her gate, you will think, I wonder if she makes it. And you will consider following her to find out.
Royce, okay, so here's what I'm going to suggest. Maybe the next time this happens, instead of, just gleefully enjoying this uncomfortable situation, why don't you root for them? Why don't you cheer them on?
I don't root or not root for them. I just want to see how it ends.
Eh.
All right, there you go. There's my first little Mimosa monologue. All right, Brett, you are up.
That's
Pick
pretty
one.
good. I'm picking up this piece of paper, and it says, which movie franchise would benefit from nude scenes? Which movie franchise would benefit from nude scenes?
This is what America wants to know.
Well, I think, okay, let me think about that a bit. I'm going to be a little controversial. Star Wars.
Ooh, nude scenes in Star Wars. Those Ewoks I always thought were a little bit trampy.
Listen to me. So Star Wars kind of toe the line, right? They go all the way up to metal bikini and stop. So it's not that much, I think, of a leap to just go full nude. Let's face it. You're alone in a cell on the Death Star. It's probably hot and uncomfortable. You're going to take off a few layers.
That makes sense. I mean, let's face it. Jabba the Hutt wasn't wearing clothes.
Thank you. Now, that's not exactly the nude scene I would call for. I think the occasional tasteful nude scene in Star Wars would not hurt anybody.
I could see a little lightsaber on lightsaber action.
Oh, that was good.
No, of course.
That was good. So there you hear it, George Lucas.
All right, that's a good one.
For the next one, because, there could be a quality improvement factor in these movies. Let's be honest, people. Tastefully, thoughtfully produced nude scenes in Star Wars.
Gives me a new hope. All right, should I go now?
I wish you would.
All right, I'm going. So this is Royce picking one of Brett's topics never seen before. In fact, I need a mimosa. Hold on, I'm taking a sip, everybody. Sip.
No, he couldn't do that while I was talking. He had plenty of time while I was talking to drink mimosa, but no, he had to wait till
plenty of time to shut up. Oh, God, there's a lot of words on this. Here we go. You have a time machine and can either, 1, relive your best day, or 2, correct your worst mistake. Which would you do? I would go back and correct my worst mistake, because that would automatically then make it one of my best days. So I win on both then. And if I were going to choose, I mean, there's no worst mistake. There are a bunch of mistakes that fall into the category of these are among my worst.
Now, I'm just saying, before you go any further, you do not have to actually describe your worst mistake. You can if you want to, but if you want to keep it private, because, our mistakes are, tend to be maybe a little embarrassing, maybe something you don't want to put out into the world, but you could just describe generally why you might want to correct it.
America clearly wants to know, but you're right, going into great detail about it. I don't have any big mistakes that are understandably amusing.
I mean, your marriage is not one of them. You can't pick that.
Oh, that's not even my top 10 worst mistakes.
Okay, good.
I've ordered dinners way worse than this marriage. I would say my worst mistake falls into a category of a job I took that I shouldn't have, and I accepted it because I was flattered to be asked to do it, as opposed to whether or not I'd be any good at it or anyone would benefit from it. They didn't. People suffered, mostly kids, because it was at a school, and I would go back and I would correct that mistake by not accepting the job in the first place.
What I find most amazing in this story is that there are jobs that you feel you're qualified for.
There are many jobs I'm qualified for.
That don't involve a mop.
Oh, that don't involve a mop? How about, let's say, videography?
I don't know. George Lucas might need you for his next nudie Star Wars.
Ooh, I hope it's in 3D.
Oh, my goodness.
I would go back, fix that mistake, and I think it would erase a real painful moment for me and maybe create job opportunities for me in the future I would not have otherwise had. So that's what I do.
I like that. Nice. Thank you. Very interesting.
There you go. All right, Brett, you're up.
I'm up. I'm
going to use this opportunity to take another sip.
Thank you. He's learning, people. He's learning. The most disgusting meal you ever ate. That's easy. So I went to a restaurant it was in San Francisco, and they had, I would say, traditional choices on the menu. It was an ethnic restaurant, traditional choices on the menu, but they had some very untraditional choices. And so we ordered 2 of them, and so we got a bowl of crickets, and a bowl of mealworms.
Oh my God. Yes. You're like early man. Who eats like this?
Crickets and mealworms. Now, my experience with mealworms is that I would use them for trout fishing. When I was a kid, I used to love to fish, and we would use them as bait. Mm-hmm. But now I was presented with a bowl of stir-fried mealworms.
Oh my God.
So here's the deal. If you ever find yourself in a restaurant and you have a choice between the mealworms and the crickets, I cannot recommend more strongly, go with the mealworms. Oh. They were surprisingly delicious.
Okay, how would you describe the texture of a mealworm? If you don't know what a mealworm is, think of like a caterpillar with a hard shell.
Yeah, you're eating larvae. You're eating moth larvae at that point. So first I should describe the crickets,
Ugh.
which I found mushy and gross. Did not like it. But the mealworms were sort of crispy on the outside,
Oh my God.
gooey on the inside. But I swear, if I went to the movies and you could get a bucket of mealworms to pop during this film, I would easily get the mealworms. They were delicious.
I feel like this is how COVID started.
I'm just saying, don't knock it until you try it.
I cannot imagine deliberately ordering a bunch of bug larvae at the movies. There's no movie that would seem bad enough to make me want to eat larvae to distract me from how bad the movie is. And that's saying something.
I know, I sat through all those Marvel movies, and there's a whole bunch of larvae I would rather have eaten than sit through one more second. X-Man does X stuff.
Ugh, so nasty though.
All right.
And so they were crispy on the outside,
Crispy.
jelly on the inside,
Yes.
like Joan of Arc.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
I didn't do it to her.
First of all, mealworms don't have bones, unlike Joan of Arc, which I'm pretty sure had bones. Pretty sure she had bones.
I'm not a doctor or a
I know.
historian.
Plus, I don't want to eat an entire bucket of Joan of Arc.
Oh my God. There's probably like an Arc value menu somewhere. Probably France.
I would go to France.
Ooh, French fries.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
I'm just saying they could have batter dipped the woman and made a meal out of it.
I don't know if we really plan on going straight to sacrilege in today's episode, but it seems that's where we are.
My third of three says, if you could combine the plots of two movies into a single movie, what would that be? I think I would combine The Shining and The Passion of the Christ.
Oh no.
I think
Stop.
I would bring...
Sacrilege. This is the sacrilege episode.
I would bring the twins from The Shining into that world, and we'll call it Passion of the Christ 2 Double Crossed.
Oh my Lord.
I think that could make... They made like $300 million on Passion of the Christ. I think we could make a third of that at least. You get Mel Gibson, you know he would do it.
I think he works cheap now.
And yeah, we could set it. You could set it in the hotel in Colorado, and set up a couple crucifix things in the maze. Put the twins out there, and Shelley Duvall can scream like Mary Magdalene. Shelley Duvall could play Mary Magdalene in this new movie, while the twins are maybe they're on the other two crosses with Jim Carroll or whatever his name is. I think Passion of the Christ 2 Double Crossed The Shining.
I have nothing to say. I'm appalled. I'm appalled for all people. All people. Now, I'm not a religious person. I was raised Catholic, but I'm not currently a religious person. And even I think you've gone too far, Royce. You've gone too far.
You asked the question, and you insisted I have mimosas. I wanted to have tea.
Oh my God.
Tea with rum
Can
in
I
it,
just pick this last one?
It's
Nobody listening to this is thinking, let's keep going.
Well,
What they want me to do is read what's on this piece of paper.
Since nobody is listening to this, I feel like we're all winning.
That's fair.
I'm taking a sip.
All right. Oh no. Lies you were told about parenting. Oh, this is gonna be a long one.
So Brett is a parent, but even though his kids are older, I think you could still be considered a new parent-ish.
I've been a parent for almost 7 years. I don't think that qualifies as new.
Has it been 7
It
years?
has been 7, very close. We're very close to 7 years.
I take back what I said.
So I'm not a new parent, but I am a parent. And I will say, yes, there are definitely, I don't know if I would say lies, but you don't get the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth when people talk about parenting. That's just true. So let me lay it on you full on honest. Being a parent is amazing. It is the most amazing thing that's ever happened to me. It is the most meaningful thing I've ever done. It's the most important thing I've ever done. That said, what they don't tell you about parenting is that kids are just unbelievably annoying.
Oh my God, for sure.
They're so selfish. If you had people in your life that behaved and treated you the way kids do, you would immediately remove them from your life. Immediately. They would be exorcised. They are gone. You will never, ever, ever deal with anybody who would treat you the way that a child treats a parent.
Their constant demands for food and shelter must be a lot.
I don't mind that. I don't mind that. But here's a good example. Here's a good example. We're at home. This is a month or two ago, and we're going to order out. Okay, we're going to order out. That's fine. And we decided, my husband and I, we're going to get Indian food. Wanted Indian food. And the kids are like, we don't want Indian food.
Oh, that's too bad.
That's what I said. I'm like, are you telling me we live in this world where I can sit in a chair and take out my phone and have food sent to my house? You will not accept this miracle. No, you have to complain about it because you don't want Indian food. Well, there's a billion people that think it's delicious.
I bet there are a lot of kids in India who wouldn't mind having Indian food.
They would gladly have all of the chicken tikka masala that I could order. With these kids, I'm like, that kind of ingratitude from an adult you would never accept. Ever. Never. Terribly annoying.
This is what you get for involving kids in decisions.
I don't mind involving kids in decisions. I don't think they should ask to be the ones that formally make the decisions. I think they should inform decisions. You've got to listen to the kids. You have to hear the point of view, and you have to very, very seriously take it into account. But they don't get to make the decisions.
That's fair enough.
By the way, we got Indian food. You know why? Because I make the decisions.
Yeah, and I don't think they're the ones paying the credit card bill.
That'd be nice.
If your children paid your credit card
It'd
bill.
be nice, if the children could pay my bills. That would be nice.
Why don't you ask them when you get home whether they'd be interested in helping you pay your credit card bills because you might order Indian food at some point?
Let's be honest. We're not that many generations away. Go to the past from the mines. The kids that age would be down in the mines with the little hammer, and they'd be clicking away at the rocks, and they would be getting coal out of the earth. That wasn't that many generations ago. And now they're like, we don't want Indian food. Into the mines.
Okay, so Child Protective Services who might be listening right now, I actually understand why you might be getting in the car to drive to their house as fast as possible, but I can assure you, as someone who is a mandated reporter, they are in fact a wonderful family. They are in fact an award-winning family.
We are an award-winning family. We're Family of the Year.
They are the Family of the Year in a very, very tough year, apparently.
It was. We're a gold medal family. Now, to be clear, I am not sending any of my children to the mines. What I'm saying is, if we go back in time, a few generations, like 4 or 5 generations, they would be in the mines. And now here we are in the future. And now instead of being in the mines, they complain about Indian food. I find that annoying.
You are an inspiration to parents everywhere.
I think parents out there, you know what I mean. Don't put your kids in the mines.
I would imagine every parent at some point, if they're asked on the absolute wrong day, can we take your children and put them in mines, would say yes. You got to catch them on the absolute worst possible day. But I bet every parent, in a slip of judgment, would say take them to the mines, especially if it's for a short period of time, like 10 years.
I think 100% of all parents on their 100% worst day would agree to have the child sent to the mines for a limited period.
Until puberty is over.
Just to get a taste of how good we have it. We have it so good now. We can have Indian food brought to our house. What are you complaining about? Into the mines.
Oh, my God. Well, we're out of topics here now, but you know what I'm not out of? Mimosa. So I'm taking another sip.
I appreciated this exercise.
Ooh, you know what I appreciated? The booze.
The booze did help. Did it make you funnier? I don't know. No, it didn't.
No,
it didn't.
No, this is not.
When are we getting funny? That's what I want to know. That's what our listeners are waiting for. They're waiting for humor.
I remember you telling this story at the beginning of it all about what inspired you, and it was just nosy bitches eavesdropping on us while we were having a private conversation in a public place, but fine.
Language.
And I feel like we have replicated that because I think every time nosy bitches were listening to
Language.
us, we were at some alcohol event. We were at a wine tasting or having mimosas at brunch. So I think we've replicated that moment. So nice old ladies who are tired of the man they're sitting across from and are listening to us instead, we thank you for the inspiration today.
Yes. No old ladies into the mines. None.
Oh, no, those ladies are running the mines. They get stuff
That's better.
done. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, running the mines. Absolutely. Please.
Don't let men run the mines. My God.
Men have ruined everything, including the mines.
Oh, the mines.
Today's episode is brought to you by coal. Coal. It's in the mines.
Because a mine is a terrible thing to waste. As I've always said. That's going to catch on. You watch.
No.
Enjoy that, West Virginia.
Oh, my goodness. So, well, that will wrap things up for this episode. Thank you to our theme composer, Seth Weinstein.
And thank you, besties, for spending time with us today.
We know you're doing your best out there.
We can't wait to see you again soon. Like and subscribe so we can stay in touch.
You can follow us on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram and X and Blue Sky.
Find those links, other information, and email us at www.thebestwecando.com.
I want to hear that, but for now, I'm Brett Connor.
And I'm Royce Connor.
Next time we'll try to do better, but for now, this is
The Best We Can Do.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.